Stirring the coffee with a chopstick. All right. Stirring the coffee with 3 chopsticks using the Vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Actually, this is from Dan Murphy. Second day, community coffee. It may never make it to work. This is from Baton Rouge, I believe. Yes, Baton Rouge. It is a extra dark roast, French roast, rich and robust. I enjoyed it yesterday. I think I'm going to enjoy it this morning with a little bit of frothed, heavy cream with a touch of honey. Honey that I got at the farm. Oh yeah, nice, very nice. Cold out today. It's supposed to be rainy for the next 3 days. So, the truck is in the shop, getting work done. Front brakes. Coolant and a synthetic oil change. Yeah, that's what's going on. I encourage you to learn how to start a fire without matches, a lighter, or any accelerants, and video it. It's harder than you think. Have you ever done that? I have, many times. Can you start a fire without matches, or a lighter, or lighter fluid? Can you? Watch some videos on it on YouTube. You'll see it can be kind of hard, but there is a art to it. And you never know when you'll need to use that skill. Even if you've never done it, learn it. Go in your backyard today. Go out into the woods. Be careful though in the woods. Or go to a park and try it. There's many different ways of doing it. I took a poll. I said, do you prefer real and spectacular or fake and spectacular? It looks like 95% want real and spectacular. And 5 want fake and spectacular. Here's some things to think about. Just some things to think about. I'm not laying down cold, hard truths. Relax. Relax. Men, think twice about dating or marrying a woman who travels. If you've read or watched any red pill content, your mind will go places it's never gone, and probably for some good reason. That's the good news and the bad news. You can't unsee or understand certain things. Once you've consumed red pill content, it does ruin you in some ways for every relationship in the future, and it will help you. It helps you identify the nonsense. It gives you a radar about life in general, I would say. If you consume red pill content and only relate it to the opposite sex, men, if you only relate it to women, you're very one-sided and probably not a full Sultan fan, because there's some guys that go to bed with the red pill, wake up with the red pill, dream about the red pill, eat red pills, and they just never have any joy in life. They're just, how can I put it? You ever just meet a man that's an angry bitch? You know how like men call women bitches? Well, these men are bitches. That's the only way I can describe it. But the topic is this. If you've consumed red pill content and you have a woman that travels, it just makes you think, doesn't it? You just can't help your head going somewhere where it shouldn't go. Yeah. That's the downside of it. The downside. What happens to a man during divorce should be the first thing a previously married man should think about while dating. I was reading some statistics yesterday at a law firm. I should post the link. 50% of all, about 50% of all first marriages end in divorce. 60% of all second marriages end in divorce. And third marriages, it goes up to about 70%. Now, you can add or subtract points based upon certain things, like if the woman has had more than 6 sexual partners in her life, which is most women, then that divorce percentage goes up. If you are a liberal person, both people are liberal, like politically liberal, there's a greater chance you're going to get divorced. All these interesting little items that add or subtract to the percentage. The biggest mistake that people make is when they say, I'm different. It could never happen to me. Dude, they made those predictions because of people like you. Everybody thinks they're different. So what happens to a man during divorce should be the first thing a previously married man should think about while dating. Never, ever let the pain and darkness and loss leave your mind if you are dating after divorce. Only a fool would put that aside. Now, what did you learn when you went through your first divorce? What did you learn on the other end of it? Can you write a big list of what you learned, or is it all her fault? Or is it all his fault? What did you learn? If you don't apply what you learned, guess what? Marriage number 2 is going to suck, and dating will never truly be fulfilling. So, regarding women, trust but verify. Always. Always. Regarding other men, never trust another man who spends time with your woman. Never. General policy, right across the board. Never. Men always want to bone your woman. Always. That's male nature. She's just a friend. She's not a friend. Stop it. Stop it. Men always want to bone your woman. Okay? Men, you are not asking too much if you ask your woman who she spends time with, who she has lunch with, and who she travels with for business. That is your business, if you're even remotely serious. Divorce stats and its causes are a pretty darn good motivation to keep your eyes wide open. Men always want to nail a woman, even if there's just a little bit of attraction. Even if there's no attraction. A stiff dick has no conscience. I heard that the first time from my father when I was a very young man, almost 50 years ago. Never forget that. A rite of passage for over 30 single women. You need pictures of yourself on the top of Machu Picchu. You need pics in Arizona slot canyons. You need a wine glass pic from the last Bumble date holding the wine glass, sitting across the table. You know, when you see women sitting at a restaurant table with a glass of wine or champagne, a picture of it, that was taken by their last date that they dumped. Men think they're going to earn their way into a woman by taking a picture of her, and then they text her the picture, and then she uses that as her profile pic in her online dating world. You idiots. When are you going to learn? When are you going to learn? How about her sitting on the edge of a hotel bed from the last 6-week relationship that she had, that she ghosted the guy? Or pics with all the unattractive girlfriends on girls' night out. It's like putting a hamburger next to a steak. All right. We'll go easy on the ladies from here on out today. Also from the makers of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, the societal reengineering line of products for 2020. It's kind of like being married, but without the certificate. Let's just call him Uncle Steve. Mommy's roommate, Ashley, and Daddy's lady friend. All from the makers of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. When people aren't on time, they blow off meetings, they call or they text you on the last minute to cancel on a regular basis. Now, it happens to everyone. You might have even done it, canceled something at the last minute. But when it happens on a regular basis, they are screaming to you that they are unreliable, don't respect you or your time. Consider that a giant billboard right in front of your house. Let them do that to someone else. You no longer participate with people who constantly text you, call you, and cancel at the last minute. You're done with that. You're no longer going to be with them in any form or fashion, personally or professionally. Stop it. Stop it. He that thinketh by the inch and talketh by the yard should be kicketh by the foot. Walter Johnson. I had to meet you here today. There's just so many things to say. Please don't stop me till I'm through. This is something I hate to do. We've been meeting here for so long. I guess what we done was wrong. Please, darling, don't you cry. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. The Manhattans, 1976. Conspiracy moment. Why is the GOP Republican logo, you know, the elephant, why does it have 3 pentagrams on it, not stars? An upside down star is a pentagram, a goat head, the sign of Satan. So why is that? Why is that? On our American flag, the stars are upright. There's a point going up, not a point going down. Why is that, Republican Party? Answer me. And I'm not suicidal. I love life. I would never kill myself. When one of my kids was in the neonatal intensive care unit many years ago, the nursing director there watched you wash your hands, scrub your hands. Length of time? She said in the time that it would take you to sing the happy birthday song in your head. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. And then rinse. How many times do you just like flip up the water, turn it off, and then dry your hands? She watched you wash your hands for that amount of time. If you didn't, she'd say, go back. No discussion. Go back. They were protecting the kids that were in the, what do they call those units? Like those little warming units that little babies are in the hospital. Yeah. Jeremiah 51 says, the mighty men of Babylon have ceased fighting. They stay in the strongholds. Their strength is exhausted. They are becoming like women. Their dwelling places are set on fire. The bars of her gates are broken. Men, man up. There's no half a man. You're either a man or you're a woman. What are you? I took a poll. I said, which one would you rather have? 51% said a convertible car. 41% said a motorcycle. 5% said an electric bicycle. And 3% said a motor scooter. And I've had all 4 of those things and enjoyed all 4. Remember when it was just race, religion, and creed? You know, you're getting a job and all applicants are accepted regardless of race, religion, or creed. There was 3 things: race, religion, or creed. Now it's race, color, creed, religion, sex, gender, national origin, citizenship, ethnicity, marital status, age, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, genetic information, or veteran status. What the actual is going on? Tell me. I am seriously thinking, I've had some job offers recently in the Melbourne, Florida area. Let me put it this way. I left the corporate world about 16 years ago and went into cutting hair full time and doing coaching. I stopped working in the corporate healthcare and education world. Stopped. Love what I'm doing. I reduced the full-time hair cutting down to part-time, and I also do mentoring and coaching part-time as well. And I'm ramping that up, just making it more professional, adding a technology to that, which I'm going to be unleashing that real soon, making it easier to deal with my mentees. I like to consider myself a mentor, even though I have the education, the master's in education, counseling, 1,000 post-master's continuing ed hours, and 22 years as a professional therapist. And then my last job was working as an administrator, healthcare administrator. Got a little bit burnt out and left that, but I have the skills, and I have a coaching certificate as well. But I know how to lead a company, and some companies have been reaching out to me, small companies. And believe me, for me to leave my current lifestyle, it would have to be a very attractive offer. So I would consider a small to medium size company. I will not work in the corporate environment unless I am leading the corporate environment. So that means chief operating officer, chief executive officer. Unless I am the leader, I'm not working in a corporate environment anymore. Those days are done. I learned that many, many years ago. So I'll just put it out there. If there is someone in Melbourne, Florida that knows a company that needs leadership, whether it be healthcare, education, nonprofit education, maybe even a marketing agency, I'm good with that as well, that's looking for leadership at the highest level, I would be open to that. And there's definitely a minimum salary requirement and benefits package requirement that I have. So if you have any connections like that, bring them on. Why the heck not, right? But I'm just entertaining the thought of it. But like I said, I will not go back into the corporate world unless I am at the top of the ladder. Yeah. Otherwise, I just will keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah. Finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Daybreak Show, the home of sanity, clarity, and reason.